Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman by heading over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hypecast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Hello everyone! Welcome to an episode of
Hypecast.
The show where we get hyped about stuff and things. I am your co-host, Tom Ryman.
I'm your other co-host, David Bell.
All right, I'm just going to stop. Dave, you're not doing that voice the whole show.
Okay.
That's not happening.
This does answer a question for me, because I was curious how long the voice would continue, and I was thrilled it went any further than it did. Very exciting.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, how's it going?
Alex Schmidt, how you doing, man?
I'm great. Now I'm even better than ever before after hearing that. I'm so good.
Right now, in this moment, is better than I have ever been.
This is the best day of my life. Best day of my life.
I didn't know I needed that, and now I have it. It's so great. Yeah. Love it.
Now it's just a little something.
Now it's yours forever.
Yeah. Put that in your pocket. You hang on to that.
Yeah, you need to run along home.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on.
Oh man,
thanks for being
always
a pal.
fun doing this. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah, absolutely.
of course.
Yeah.
You like movies?
You like commercial for movies?
Right. Right, the sales pitches. I don't know if this is a spoiler for things, but I would say this was a relatively strong crop of trailers and things. There were some winners in there. Pretty exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
for sure.
agree. Well, all right, let's dig into them. But first, we got some producers to point out.
Yeah.
So, special thanks to Bob Grenville. Thank you very much. Thank you to Martial Law is a superhero. Thank you. Thank you to Etch. Etch. Thank you to Steven. Thank you to Down Home Chicken Peacock. Thank you to Julia Dorner. Thank you to Han Toomey, the confused cyborg. Thank you very much. Thank you to Asking Seven. Thank you to Happy Ed. And thank you to I Was Born to Stare. Tom.
All right.
Hold on. I Was Born to Stare confronted us about your Springsteen.
Oh, what's wrong with it?
Nothing. Actually, it's great. He was just like, it's from a different song. I was thinking of a different song. I forget what song that they told me. So this is an irrelevant conversation.
Yeah, I want to thank you for bringing the podcast to a screeching halt to tell me that.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, excuse me, to not tell me that, because you didn't tell me anything.
Well, I wanted to say, I was always thinking about the Johnny Thunders song, The Born to Lose. We all have our songs about being born to do something.
That's true, yeah.
I want to double back briefly to Dave said he confronted us about the song, and Tom said what's wrong with it, and Dave said nothing, it was perfect, which just made me imagine like the happiest confrontation, like keep it up, like shaking you by the shoulders. Really great.
Yeah. Listen, you, I really enjoyed what you're doing, and you better keep it up.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, I'm going to jump in here.
All right.
Thank you to Tiger Drawers Pratt Thompson.
Ooh, thank you.
Raindrops keep falling on my head. There, I did it. I did it. It's the holidays.
Oh!
I did it.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
All right. Thank you to Chloe Rice.
Thank you, Chloe.
Thank you to Dan Hackroyd.
Yeah.
Thinking the Kool-Aid Man says, "Fuck it, use me to make a huge Molotov and burn it all down, comrades."
Whoop.
I think a Molotov the size of Kool-Aid Man technically qualifies as chemical warfare.
Yeah.
Thank you to a guy with a long name.
Thank you.
Thank you to E.T. the Extravagant Terresticle. Thank you to Cody Johnston's Time Machine Noise.
Ooh,
Thank you to Pete Vorpagel.
Thank you,
and
Pete.
thank you to Glitterous.
Glitterous.
Oh, man.
Let's dive into the trailers, starting with a little cleanup from last week. We never talked about the what if question mark?
Yeah. That one got weirdly buried. In any other week, that probably would have made a bigger splash because it's a Marvel show. It's a Marvel animated show. But it was just unloaded on us as part of a just deluge of trailers and news and announcements from that Disney investors call on Thursday. So,
right.
But here we are.
What do we think of this? What's our view? What's our view? Pro?
I'm pro what
Against?
if.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pro
think
what if.
Okay. Yeah. It's based. I don't know if this is based off a comic.
It is.
Okay. Yeah. So it's basically just alternate reality.
Yeah.
Versions of stories, right?
Yeah, the comic book is literally called What If, and it takes major events in the Marvel universe and just imagines an alternate version of them.
Fun.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I can see why they do this as an animated series. That fits perfectly, because none of these stories are like movie worthy, right? They just do little bits.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like an animated short. Me and my partner Brenda, we go see the Oscar nominated ones most years now, and I don't know, I just like being in that zone of just constant new animated stuff and ideas. That's always fun.
I agree.
So that's cool.
I agree. I think this is one of those things, like the last time a franchise did like this sort of thing that I can think of is the fucking Animatrix. Which is great. The Animatrixes are great, but like it should kind of be done more often. If you have a big universe to play with, why not? You know.
If anybody
let's
ever
get them
does
Star
that
Wars
with James
doing it.
Bond, I'm gonna just sit in front of it on repeat, with an IV providing me food and hydration. Like that's my plan.
Yeah.
So. And I'm like medium into Marvel, so this is good.
You're gonna be one of those kids that like collapses from dehydration in an internet cafe.
Right.
Right.
Well, Alex, have you watched James Bond Jr., the animated series?
I heard it's really bad. Is that true?
It is.
Okay. It's extremely
Probably.
bad. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was amazing, I'd have like a pretty exciting next thing to watch. But I'm glad I have missed the bad thing. That's fine. Yeah.
That's fair.
This one of the super notable things about this animated series is that Chadwick Boseman's in it.
Oh shit.
They recorded his part before he passed. Yeah.
Wow. So is this the last thing he is appearing in?
Yes. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, I think, is his last on-screen appearance, and this will technically be his final appearance, I believe.
Right. This is the Cars to his Paul Newman.
If that helps you.
Yes. Well, that's pretty exciting. I don't know.
It's his Transformers to Orson Welles.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Still a bummer, obviously, but it's cool that he gets to play the character one last time.
Yeah, in his version, in this one, T'Challa becomes Star-Lord. In this What If episode.
Okay. Yeah, got that sense. That's cool.
Yeah, that was a neat, like in the trailer. Yeah, that was a neat little thing.
Yeah, and Peggy Carter becomes Captain America. That's cool.
Yeah,
there's cool stuff here.
Those were the only two that I could identify from this trailer. Is Peggy as Captain America? Yeah, and a new Star-Lord. But I'm very curious about what the other ones are. They should do one where like they should do like. Can they do like if she becomes new Captain America? Can they do like meanwhile Steve Rogers watches television, and it's just like him going about his day in like his apartment? Like, can they do the other side of it?
I suppose so.
of like Iron Man, but he's just like broke and not very creative. And he's like, man, someone should invent a suit. Oh well. And like that's the story.
Like,
I mean, what if?
What if?
Or it's a different phrase with an ellipsis after it, like, oh man, like just a
Oh,
kind of a defeated sentence. Yeah.
It's in the companion series. Ah, damn it.
Right. Bruce Banner does the gamma ray experiment and then dies.
Yeah.
You know. That's like, do you remember the Onion article about boy dying after bit by radioactive spider? And it's about how the radiation just killed his body, and at the end they're just like, handling radiation, it's a lot of power, and with big power comes great responsibility. You got to handle it better. It's a solid Onion article. Yeah, so that's What If.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we should talk about Palmer.
Yes.
Justin Timberlake in Palmer.
Yeah. It actually looks kind of good. It's directed by Fisher Stevens.
We should probably. I haven't seen this, but I want this to go all the way to the Oscars. I want Justin Timberlake up there. Fuck it.
You want him in the discussion, huh?
Yeah, I mean, this does look good.
Yeah.
This is he's like out of jail, working class, wants to take care of his kid who is possibly trans.
Not his kid. Not his kid.
Oh, it's not his kid?
No.
Oh, okay. A kid that he like found or something.
It's like the neighbor's kid, I think, or like his sister's kid.
And it's got like a little courtroom drama in there, perhaps.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully.
It's just somebody in the I think they're living in a trailer park, but like the mom takes off and just leaves the kid there. And yeah, I'm not sure if he's definitely a gender non-conforming little boy. Yeah. It looks good. I mean, I don't know.
I also
it just looks like a real.
After I saw it, I immediately Googled whether it was a TV show or movie, because I think it's an Apple TV thing, but it looks like it's a movie on Apple TV, which I guess is eligible for Oscars and stuff.
I think so. It depends.
That's going to be the one hurdle, right? Is there a way to watch it on like normal TV that everybody watches, like streaming, like Amazon?
Probably not.
God damn it. So I'm gonna. There's like this stack of stuff on Apple TV that I keep wanting to see, and maybe I just have to get it, just to watch.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that the one about the like young conservative boys? That documentary.
Yeah. What's it, Boys Town? Is that it?
Something like that.
Like Boys State or something. It's some kind of old
Texas
simulation.
Yeah, that's the one. That's on there. There's a couple more things. They're making a real strong case for themselves,
Yeah, it's just they're spending a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, look, I know you guys don't want Apple TV, but we got Justin Timberlake over here, and he is acting his heart out. Mm-hmm. Do you want to betray Justin Timberlake? Of Southland Tales, Justin Timberlake?
Southland Tales, Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
I mean, June Squibb is in this motherfucker.
Yeah, she's in. Whenever you need, like with a folksy mom.
Yep.
I really want there to be a pull quote on the poster, like June Squibb is in this motherfucker. Tom Ryder Collider. Like, it's like one of those critic quotes. Yeah.
What if they asked me for that quote? Like, because they'll send you
you would give it.
Yeah, they'll send you an email being like, "Is it all right if we use this pull quote?" There's no reason to say no unless it's like a
right.
But
I didn't know
I'm just imagining that. Oh yeah, they'll check and see.
I really thought they just take it and don't ask. I really thought it was just just like piracy. Yeah.
No, they ask.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I believe there's a legal entanglement there if they don't. I'm not positive, but
Oh, good.
I'm just
there's been funny
imagining
business in the past.
It was great.
I'm just imagining getting that email. we would like
Yeah.
to use your full quote. June Squibb is in this motherfucker.
Please.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I insist.
Can you have it be in larger font than the title of the film?
Yeah. Can it be the new title?
And they're like, of course we can. Regards, Justin Timberlake. Like, oh, it was Justin. Wow. Cool. Cool that he did this.
Timberlake sending out emails on behalf of June Squibb. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Palmer, check out the trailer if you like you know.
If you like
drama.
like uplifting dramas.
Yeah, and junk. All right, this next trailer is for Wrong Turn, the reboot. Sequel?
like a reboot. It's a soft reboot. It's technically a sequel, but it's a reboot.
Okay. It's like 20-somethings getting home alone in the woods.
Yeah, like hitting deadfall traps and stuff from hill folk.
Yeah. The funny thing about this trailer to me is it says like a reimagining of the classic horror film.
Yeah, it's like slow down.
Yeah. 2003's Wrong Turn.
All right, pump the brakes. Wrong turn.
Yeah. I mean, that is like 20 years ago.
Just about. I mean,
which is a bummer.
Old and classic are not the same thing.
That is true. That is true. Very true. Like, no, I haven't thought about Wrong Turn since just now. Since this trailer.
Yeah.
No, my goodness, why would you?
I either had never heard of it or forgot about it. So then the trailer was a little bit confusing. Especially, there's one part, I think they say like, in 2003 they warned you, and then in 2010 they're still not listening or something. And so it's some kind of reference
Still
to when the first one
learned.
came out. And
Yeah.
I had to like, I was like, I need to Google Wrong Turn because like my main 2003 touchstone is the Iraq War. So it's clearly not that.
Right.
There's other reasons for this.
I had other things on my
pulling
mind in
2003.
2003.
Yeah.
Like, why
we
is that
weren't
year
really talking
significant?
about. Yeah, we weren't like don't go into the woods in 2003. We were talking about other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were talking about no blood for oil and shit.
Yeah.
2003.
That really sums it up.
Wrong
though, is
turn wasn't on the tip of
Yeah.
everyone's tongue.
the fact that you had to Google it. It really sums it up though, because it's the classic film, and it's like I just had to look that shit up. Thank you very much. They're really trying to push that, and that is silly.
Yeah.
But whatever. This looks fine.
Yeah, the traps look gnarly. I'm into that.
Yeah. It it's the same director, same like writer and director. Is that what's going on here?
I have no idea.
Okay, I thought they. Let's see. I'm looking at. I thought they said it in the trailer, but I am. No, it's not. It's not the same writer or director.
Sorry,
Doesn't
guys.
matter.
False alarm.
False alarm. All you turn
Are you
heads.
turn heads?
Yeah.
Fans of the AMC television show Turn about the Revolutionary War. Yes,
Yep.
correct. Yes.
I consider myself a turn head.
Mm-hmm. Proud turnhead. All right. Well, let's get to this other trailer that I think is more interesting. Don't Tell a Soul.
Oh yeah,
Where,
this one looks good.
Someone set a Dwight trap and caught Dwight from The Office.
Damn
and
it,
he
Jim.
is not happy. Yeah. Oh, it's perfect.
Would be because now he knows he's in prime position to be eaten by a bear.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this is two kids do a crime, and Rainn Wilson is a security guard, I assume, who chases them, and falls into a hole, and then the kids are like, later. And then one of the kids is guilty or feels guilty, and the other one it does not.
Yeah, the older brother is like later.
Yeah.
He's kind of forcing his younger brother to go along with it.
Yeah, they're
with what
trying
looks
to
like
cover up their petty crime.
Well, he says they stole $12,000 cash. That's more than petty theft, I think.
Oh, that's true. That's a lot of
I think
money.
that's larceny, which is a felony.
Okay.
Plus, at this point, they've left a man in a well for a couple of days without telling anyone. Gonna catch some charges from that too, probably.
Little bit.
It's a good premise.
This is
smart.
It is. Yeah, I like this premise.
Yeah, it's nice and simple. This is like part of a series of movies now, right? There's that Simon Pegg one where it's like people just have comedians trapped. Like trapped comedian movies are a thing now, where they're like, let's take a funny actor, trap him, and see what happens. So this is, I guess, part 2 of that.
Sure.
Yeah, it is like a very simple, kind of fun premise.
Mm-hmm.
I assume it's going to be a little frustrating because, it's I think for most people, the moral dilemma here is obvious. You just tell the cops. You don't kill the man in the hole. But I guess that's the point.
Well, you do if you're like a scumbag burnout, like this kid's older brother.
Right, this kid's the older brother, yeah. It also looks like it becomes like a revenge because they imply in the trailer a little bit like he gets out of the hole and he is not happy.
No, I wouldn't be either.
I'd kill these little wieners. Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm going child killing tonight.
Yeah. I guess I better find like a murderer mask. I guess that's my new identity.
What if he gets out of the hole and he's just like, oh, you scamps! How dare you do that thing?
I guess
frustrated.
I learned my lesson, and I bet you all learned something too.
Yeah.
Shoots them both in the head.
Mm-hmm. Just puts on a murderer mask. He puts on the CPR mask, like in The Office.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good pick for it, I think.
Yeah,
Rainn Wilson, like he's sinister enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's good in anything I've seen him in, which is not a ton beyond The Office, but like he was good in the new Star Trek TV series, and he's good in other stuff.
Yeah, this is a pretty exciting film, I think, in terms of just like the thriller premise and who's in it. Like, it's neat.
Yeah. The lead kid is Jack Dylan Grazer from It and Shazam.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Check out the trailer. Don't trap a man in a well unless you really need to.
Right. Unless you've just stolen $12,000.
Right. And like that's
right.
that's like a shitty car, you know?
Yeah, I mean like a real shitty car. No, not like a real shitty car, but
it's like an okay car.
It's like an okay car.
It'll get you there.
It's a fine.
You know
what? It's a totally okay car.
Yeah.
You won't be the first owner, but it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, no. It'll be a used car, but like you got to get out of the state somehow to avoid Rainn Wilson. So that's how you do it. You buy a car, you drive away. You leave him in a well.
Yeah,
these are all good things.
All options.
All right. No more thoughts on Don't Tell a Soul?
No.
It just seems solid.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. All right. Next trailer is Skyfire.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a Chinese disaster movie that also has Jason Isaacs in it.
Yep. It's just Jurassic.
Yeah.
What if Jurassic Park but volcano?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do withdraw the blanket praise for the trailers in this section of the show.
This is
fair.
My favorite part of this trailer is like it's mostly Jason Isaacs speaking because this movie is like 95% not in English. So this American trailer is just focusing on all the Jason Isaacs parts. Right. And it's like his narration is like, they thought I was mad to build a resort on a ticking time bomb of nature. And then he laughs and then they just keep going. It's like, no, but please explain yourself.
Right.
Why did you build this?
It's like the what are you going to do, stab me meme, where it's like this guy's just like, I built a resort on an active volcano. Ha ha. Oh no. the volcano
has erupted.
yeah.
Who could have foreseen?
Yeah, don't build shit on volcanoes, you dumbass.
Yeah, that seems like a thing you
And it's
shouldn't
like-
have done.
It's like weird and techie. There's like a glass elevator room dome thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but yeah, I kind of don't feel bad for anybody in the trailer because they went to Volcano Island. They're
The fuck are you doing vacationing at Fireball Island, man?
yeah, exactly. Like
The hell
This
is your
could have-
problem?
this could have been a Fireball Island adaptation. That would have been cooler.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can kind of pretend it is.
Yeah.
Build up headcanons for
but-
Skyfire, like in my head.
Yeah. But yeah, good to see volcanoes up and running again, you know?
Yeah,
we haven't had volcanoes since Dante's Peak and Volcano.
It's a big effects-driven disaster movie, and the effects look decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It's got that lava going.
yeah. There's a lot of lava. I tell you what,
Yeah.
if you go into this movie being like, man, I hope I get to see some lava, you will not be disappointed.
No, I doubt
There is
you'd be disappointed.
A lot of lava.
Yeah, and you got to get away from that oddly fast lava.
The lava is like second build. So, you know, considerable screen time for the lava,
It was played by The Rock.
ironically.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is that thing I think Tom you mentioned before of like the trailer is doing some sleight of hand about where this movie was made and what language it's primarily in. And I think it seems
Yes.
like more and more that's going to be our task as trailer watching people is to just be aware of that kind of sleight of hand. Because it's fine if a movie does that.
yeah.
You just want to like know, going in. And
We're just we're way more global. China is making tons of movies now, and they want to make their movies global.
yeah.
And good for them.
Right.
I mean,
You know.
it's the exact same strategy that American movies use in reverse. Like, a big blockbuster movie will put in one recognizable Chinese actor, to sell it overseas, and then they're doing the same thing with like
Right.
this and like The Great Wall. It's the exact same strategy.
Yes. What's funny here is that they're like, who's our big global actor? Jason Isaacs.
I mean, he was in them
Look, I
Harry's
don't hate
Potter.
I don't hate him. But like
People know who he is.
Yeah, he's in that new Star Trek
But
show.
do they?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, at least the first chunk
Okay.
of it, yeah. But also I think in this
Okay.
trailer, is he doing like an Australian accent or something? Because I don't know that he's Australian necessarily. I'm not sure what's going on.
No,
He was born in Liverpool.
He's English. It's just Collider just recorded an interview with him today about this movie. Connected to tied to the release of this movie, but it's about his whole career. And I've just learned today that's kind of his natural speaking voice.
Oh, that's kind of
Like
wild.
it's much more. It's like because he mostly plays bad guys. So when you see him in a movie, he's doing a bad guy voice.
Right.
Like he's being sinister most of the time, and here he's not. So.
Although I do think he's going to like die in the first 15 minutes. It feels that way.
Yeah, I mean, he won't be in it that much. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing him like interact with like volcano stuff. I feel like the first bit of lava is going to land right on him, and that's it. That's it for Mr. Isaacs.
Just directly on him.
Yeah, directly. That's how they're going to learn the volcano erupted. Is he's going to be standing there and just a glob of lava just disappears him into the ground.
It just erupts directly beneath him.
Yeah.
Right.
Through his body. Just arms and legs pinwheeling away as his torso goes firing in the air while burning.
Like a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then I'll be walking out of the theater. It'll be like, Alex, what'd you think? And I'll be like, I wish there were more scenes between my two favorite actors in the film, Jason Isaacs and Lava. Right? I really wanted them to have more
Would've been
scenes
nice.
together.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see them trade some lines.
Right.
Feed off of each other's energy, just really let it play.
Yeah.
Jason, how was filming? Well, the lava improvised a lot on set. You didn't expect that necessarily, but
you really don't want lava to improvise too. That's.
I heard the lava was a bit of a prankster. Yes, I lost all my limbs. It was very bad.
Yeah.
I hated it.
I'm in excruciating pain.
We went through so many PAs.
Oh shit. Next trailer is from Nomadland.
Yeah.
This is with Frances McDormand. This looks like it was like shot with like real people here and there. Did you guys notice that?
I would not be surprised if it was.
Yeah, it almost looks like they went places and shot almost like a documentary would, but it's part of a narrative.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks like it's some more Frances McDormand just doing some, capital A acting.
Yeah, just grabbing another Oscar.
Yeah, from what
she's
I've heard of this movie because I think I heard of it at a roundup of like this might win Best Picture kind of thing. Yeah,
it's been around. Yeah.
She's a nomad. She's traveling around. The economy has not been good to her, and she's just like trying out stuff. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, just kind of going from place to place, like looking for work. I think she lives in a camper.
Yeah.
It looked like it.
Yeah. And it's sort of just that's I feel like that's as much as you get from the trailer.
Yeah.
It just seems like
and like interacting with other communities of people like her.
Right.
Or just sort of like, untethered. They're just kind of, roaming around being nomads.
It's like kind of a romantic look at this life.
Yeah.
Which is why it seems like there's a lot of genuine moments in it where they're actually interacting with people in real life. But I mean, who knows? I don't know. I could look it up, but why would I?
I'm not going to do that.
That's so much work.
This is a podcast for reading. I mean, not reading. Listening, not reading. The opposite of the thing I said.
Okay, I just looked it up, you guys. The whole production or the crew lived out of vans for the whole production. Cool. Real life nomads involved. I don't know. This is like, it feels like it's about a lifestyle, like a culture that most people aren't familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
And my God, they got Frances McDormand. So like,
they sure did.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be killing it.
Yeah.
That's exciting to know that it's real. Like, I mean, I hope those folks are okay and everything. But it's cool that they made a movie around this real thing. Yeah, and like, I think people need to. This is going to be I think people should check out the trailer now because I feel like this might be the one where how like every Oscars, it'll be like there'll be like one best actor or actress for like a movie no one's heard of. Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Where there'll be like all the buzz ones, and then they'll be like
that Viggo Mortensen one. What was that?
Yeah, where they're like, and also like Bruce Dern for The Fly Farmer, and you're like, what the fuck is The Fly Farmer? And then you see a clip, and it's like, what is this? Like, when did this come? Did I just are they fucking with us? I think this might be that one, but I hope it's like Best Picture.
Captain Fantastic. That's the one I was thinking.
Captain Fantastic, which from what I've heard is a very good film.
Okay.
That I have yet to see. Mm-hmm. Everybody who's seen it has been like, that film actually rocks. So
I mean, he was nominated for it, so
yeah. But like sometimes it's like not a good film that they did a really good job in,
Oh yeah, Joker.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I don't know. This we might not. This might be a thing where we might not hear from it again, and then on the Oscars we'll be like, oh yeah, Nomadland. But I hope it's as good as it looks. It looks really. It just.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially I feel like that movie you've never heard of at the Oscars for an acting thing, it's usually either like a period piece or like some kind of indie whimsical kind of thing. And this seems more like meaningful than both those things. So that's nice. Like, it's good. It's
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, while we're talking about Oscar, films are going to the Oscars. This next trailer is Outside the Wire.
Yeah.
This is robot army stuff.
Yeah, it's
Anthony Mackie is a robot or something?
Mackie. Yeah, Anthony Mackie is a robot. Yeah, he's a freaking cyborg.
This is weird.
Withdrawing the blanket statement once again, pulling it away. No more blanket statement.
It feels like they're adapting like Call of Duty multiplayer into movies. It's like they mention what's the other one? The beating up children. Tom? Extraction,
yeah.
Yeah, they say it's from the people who did Extraction. There's like it's a weird like cool army movies is like a genre that exists that I miss frequently.
Yes.
And this is the same, right? Is he's like a robot, and then he has to like he's got other robots like the big like the Judge Dredd robots are hanging out with him, and he's got to like go get robots. Is that what's happening?
I don't know. He's like a robot that is made to fight robots.
Right, but he said something about like getting their equipment back, or like is it like they fly a drone over and it crashes and they're like, go get that. And then he has to like robot over.
I don't know, man. I saw the same trailer you did.
You gotta send a robot to get a robot, something like that.
Send a robot to catch a robot.
Yeah.
I understand about as much. I feel like I think like the dialogue in the trailer suggested that the wire is some kind of boundary between like where it's dangerous and where it's safe, and they have to go beyond the wire to do something with robots. That's all I understand.
Right.
That checks out.
Seems like it.
I don't know. The Netflix spits out so many sci-fi premises. And like some of them are very good. Like there's I Am Mother. That was a good movie. I've completely forgotten it. And then there's like Anon, which is not a good movie that I've also forgotten. Like they just somewhere down the line they bought like 100 sci-fi scripts.
Yeah.
Remember Project Power? Like that literally just happened.
I didn't until you said it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
like
don't know
they
what
just
that is.
love just It came out like a couple months ago.
Oh, great.
Jamie Foxx was in it.
Like
this is just their jam.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this feels like the new sci-fi original series. Like Netflix just churning out like dystopian sci-fi premises.
Oh.
It's
yeah, dystopian. This feels like that thing in so much YA dystopian stuff where like there's a ruined world and then there's one nice space they're kind of trying to hang on in, except it's totally unclear how or why that happened, and it's just robots fighting. So it's not it's not nearly as good as that stuff.
Yeah. And like it could be good. These are all like they're just rolls of the dice. They just make so many of them that it's hard to keep them all together. The one with the bad air, I.O., that was another one.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus, you guys.
Netflix, stop.
Yeah.
Or keep going.
No, I mean, like,
it's fine.
Yeah, keep going. I mean, as someone who's trying to like get scripts made, fucking buy them all. Netflix.
Yeah.
Just keep
definitely
keep doing
keep
it.
buying them.
Yeah.
Exciting about Kitten, by the way.
like a what's that?
Exciting about Kitten, by the way, man. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, as like a mediocre white writer, like, come on, Netflix, do it. Keep going. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so check out the Outside the Wire trailer, I guess. Any other thoughts?
No.
Oh, when you see one shot where Anthony Mackie's torso is kind of metal, and it reminded me of those And One t-shirts where it's a metal basketball player. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I've got.
I don't know what those are, but I believe you.
Yeah, it was a brand of shirt where it was some kind of sports thing. It was called And One, which is named after like when someone gets fouled scoring a basket and gets one free throw after. And the logo was this like Silver Surfer looking man with a basketball. And it kind of looked like that. Yeah.
Okay. I tried Googling it and I got a picture of a cat for some reason, but I believe you. All right. Well, our final trailer, Resident Alien.
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah, this has got
Alan Tudyk. I've actually
we got the Tudes.
I've seen the first 10 minutes of the pilot.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
it's fun. It's also surprisingly, it's a little dark. It's very funny, but it's a little dark too.
There's a lot of murder in this trailer.
Yeah. He's basically he's an alien that crashed on Earth. And he can't recover his spaceship or any of his equipment until after the winter snow melts. So he's trapped. So he assumes the identity of this doctor, Alan Tudyk, who is living alone in a cabin, which is a nice way of saying he kills Alan Tudyk and is assuming his life.
He didn't did he K-Pax him? What happened? Like, isn't K-Pax like he already died? I don't remember.
No, he grabs him and throws him underneath the ice in the lake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he murders Alan Tudyk.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like American Gods stuff. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
and he's if I remember correctly, he's gone to Earth for kind of sinister reasons. So, but now he just has to live as this small town doctor.
That sounds
awesome.
That sounds fun.
Helping them solve murders and stuff because he's their only pathologist.
Oh man,
Yeah, the trailer only focuses on that part. There's none of this other canon you've described.
Yeah.
But either way.
Which is like I said, I've seen it's in the first couple of minutes of the pilot episode.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Did you know Alan Tudyk he's only been acting since 1997? And his second film was Patch Adams. Does that feel wrong to anybody else?
No.
Really? Doesn't it feel like Alan Tudyk he's been around since the 80s?
No. The first time I remember noticing him was Dodgeball.
Okay, that's fair.
But I mean, he has 1997 was 23 years ago, Dave.
Don't say that. But I don't know. It just feels like he'd be around longer than that. It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if you hadn't looked that up, then the next time you fired up Patch Adams, you would have been shocked, and you would have been like, Alan Tudyk is in this motherfucker. Wow,
he's killing it in iRobot as the robot.
Oh, he was very good in that. Yeah.
Yeah, he plays good robot. He plays. How many times have you been a robot? Because he was in
at least twice.
Yeah, he was in the Star Wars. I feel like there was something else. I don't know.
He's kind of secretly in Wreck-It Ralph as the Candy King. And
he is. He's doing the
He's great.
What's that guy's name? The dude. He's doing an impression of the comedian that did the voice of the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland, and I am blanking on that comedian's name.
Yeah, me too. But exactly the thing. Yeah.
But yeah, you know the voice I'm talking about.
Yeah. He's always been there for us. Is the point?
Mm-hmm.
He really has. If you need a voice, you got him. You know,
he is deceptively in lots of Disney movies.
Yeah, he really is. Good for him.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for trailers.
Yeah, man.
We can get on to news stories, but first we have some more people to thank.
Woo!
Starting with, thanks for having Jason Pargin on. Here's $25. Thank you very much. Thank you to the Midnight Patron. What patrons at midnight? Thank you. Thank you to Exploding Runes. Thank you to Andrew. How? Thank you to Vincent. Thank you to Rev MD. Thank you to John Munez. Thank you to Wavy Rancheros.
Woo!
Thank you to Dr. DNA. Thank you to Lauren Gucci. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Let me hop in here. Thank you to Bootler Bootlesen. Thank you to Grumble B.
Thank you.
Thank you to Tux.
Tux.
Thank you to Shepherd Mulch Diggums. Thank you to Norm from Cheers.
Thank you, Norm.
Thank you to Davey Francis. Yeah, Norm. Thank you to Davey Francis.
Thank you.
Thinking of Space McNulty.
Space McNulty.
Thinking of Hiram.
Hiram.
I'm thinking of, oh, great, it's that guy.
Thank you. So let's talk about...
Real quick. Ed Wynn is the comedian I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's the one.
Ed Wynn. Okay.
Who? Wait. In what context?
That's the impression that Alan Tudyk is doing as as the King of Candy in Wreck-It Ralph. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
It's great.
Well, we should probably talk about Tom Cruise because he yelled at a bunch of people.
He sure did. And then the development of the story is that 5 members of the crew quit the film after this.
Right. And a lot of people were like, oh, he's right. And then a lot of people were like, yeah, but it's kind of fucked up what he did. And like it's kind of going back and forth, right?
Yeah. I've
seen think pieces going either way.
This is, if you haven't heard it, it's about a 2 to 3 minute audio recording that somebody caught of Tom Cruise really yelling at the crew of Mission Impossible 7 over breaking COVID safety protocols. Yeah. And I am also of two minds about it. Because in any other situation, you'd be like, well, this is completely unprofessional. And it is still unprofessional. However, this is a literally life and death situation that's killing thousands of people a day. But also, Tom Cruise is the kind of Tom Cruise in his deal with Paramount or whatever, whoever he makes these movies with, is the kind of entity that could conceivably afford to pay the crew of this film to stay home and be safe until it's safe to go to work again.
Also, this was pointed out to me. I guessed it on the Even More News podcast. Do you guys remember when Tom Cruise went to see Tenet?
Yep.
In theaters and was like, smell that Tenet air. Everybody go see Tenet in theaters.
Yep.
So the reality is he probably doesn't care about people's safety so much as he cares about getting shut down.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to quote a dude, you're not wrong, you're just an asshole. He's not wrong. He's a good producer, but he probably wasn't thinking about the safety of his crew so much as the fact that hasn't this movie been shut down a few times since COVID?
I think just the once when everything was shut down, but big productions like the Jurassic World 3 have been shut down repeatedly.
Yeah, and
for COVID.
And he's probably, I don't know, fucking, what is he doing? Jumping off of like a cruise ship into a volcano or something for this movie. So it's probably very physically strenuous, and he's probably, understandably sick of that idea of shutting down. But ultimately, it doesn't seem like he did it out of the kindness of his heart so much as from a cold, hard producer standpoint.
Yeah.
Which, if that's the case, he could have been nicer about it.
Well, that's the kind of conversation you have in private, too.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, the stakes are unspeakably high. But then also, it's why are you guys making a movie? We don't. But then again, movies employ hundreds of people. It's like every argument has an equally strong counter argument in this situation. It's just I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I didn't listen to the audio.
Oh, you didn't?
Nah.
Did you read a transcript?
Yeah. I don't need to hear some guy yelling. But
it sounds how you
from
think.
what it sounds like,
he's yelling.
Yeah. But I don't know.
It is
it's
for me.
What's
for
that?
me, it's the kind of thing where I only listened to it to get ready for this, and I had just read headlines about it, and once I heard it, I became less on Tom Cruise's side because a lot of the stuff he says is not so disease focused and not so health focused. It's more of he claims, hey, every other production is watching how we do, so everyone else will lose their livelihoods if you guys mess this up, which is kind of a weird guilting. And I don't really think that's true. I think each movie's kind of doing what it wants to do based on its own decisions. He's kind of doing some over guilting stuff that I don't approve of.
Yeah, It seems like usually he's a very good producer. I think he's very focused on image, money, PR. And this was a time where he clearly lost his composure. Very mask off, kind of face off too. And I don't know. It doesn't. I think it just comes down to like, yeah, no, he's not wrong that it's got to be a safety concern, but also, it's the Onion article. The worst person you know makes like a good point or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like his movies and stuff, but like, yeah, he's problematic.
Yeah. And he's ultimately at least pretty correct because COVID is life and death, and he's being careful about it. So like the worst thing he is out of line. Like that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah. And he's not entirely wrong that other productions are like this one and Jurassic World 3 and I think one other big one were the ones that sat down to draw up the safety guidelines that would be the standard.
Yeah.
So like that, like a couple of movies like that dumbass Michael Bay Pandemic movie got shut down for not meeting those requirements.
Right.
A movie about the pandemic.
Yeah, he produced a movie about like what. Talk about a movie nobody needs is Michael Bay's Pandemic movie about the pandemic we are currently in.
It's really, what a bummer.
It's called like Songbird, I think. Anyway, don't watch it.
Nobody watch it.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's not wrong that like, I mean, the industry will recover, but man, it's in a precarious place right now.
Yeah. Yeah, like at any second we're going to remember that it's like they're just making make-believe anyway and none of it matters and it's not worth death.
Yes, but counter argument, yeah, this one movie employs hundreds of people.
No, I get it.
That aren't making and of course that's the other thing is the people he is screaming at are not making Tom Cruise money on this movie.
Right.
They're making union wages. I mean,
but it's just ultimately like, and this is why he's being careful. It's ultimately the same question of any store essential worker thing where it's like, yeah, it's employing tons of people, but then if people die, you got to shut down Tesla. Unless they're being really, really good about it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the
ultimate from where he's coming from makes sense.
Yeah, the ultimate thing here is the government needs to be paying people to stay home.
Yes,
yeah, totally.
That's really what needs to be happening.
Yes, there is no excuse.
Yeah. All right. What's our next story? Oh, Let's talk about this Reagan movie, you guys.
From the director of Cats and Dogs 3 and 3 Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain.
Yeah.
That really tripped me up when I read that part. I was like, oh, which? Because you think it's going to be like Spielberg finally doing Lincoln or something. Like, oh, which filmmaker is finally going to tackle Ronald Reagan, this towering president? And then it's this guy. Great.
If you look at like the official poster and like the cast, this is going to be like direct-to-video quality.
Hold on, you guys. It's from the writer of Space Cowboys, so it can't be that bad. And also the writer of God's Not Dead, A Light in Darkness.
There it is.
Yeah. This movie is going to be a fucking nightmare.
So not even the first God's Not Dead, and I am just learning their sequels right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So the headline is that the lead singer of Creed is playing Frank Sinatra. This is literally like, I thought I died when I read the headline. I was like, is my brain dying right now?
It doesn't. This doesn't even approach making any kind of sense.
Yeah. It's got Dennis Quaid as Ronald Reagan, Penelope Ann Miller as Nancy Reagan, from Mimic or Relic. Which one? The Relic. It's from The Relic.
She's in Relic.
Penelope Ann. And nothing else.
I mean, a little film called The Shadow.
Right. Sorry. John Voight is going to be there in the Reagan movie. So it's going to be a real nightmare.
So this is one of those movies made by like a sentient stack of Republican money, right? And it's going to go straight to video. This is one of these.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it.
Oh,
as soon as you said Jon Voight, all became clear. It all snapped into place in my head. Yeah.
Suddenly that God's Not Dead screenwriter was like, oh, now I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, what a real piece of shit this movie's gonna be.
I'm looking at production photos. It's clear they definitely filmed during the pandemic.
Yeah, they're currently filming, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure they're following guidelines. I'm sure Jon Voight is being very careful.
I mean, Dennis Quaid was famously yelling at people. I don't know if that's famously, actually. That might have just been something that I happened to hear. But he's yelling at crew members on set for wearing masks and shit.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, that's not a bit. That was the joke I was about to make. That really happened?
That's from what I've heard.
Oh, God. Okay. Well,
I mean, and Quaid's really been both Quaids, but they kind of really losing their minds lately.
Jesus.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, there was a lot of people tweeting at Jack Quaid, who is on The Boys now. It's like, Jack, come and get your father and bring him home.
I also want to point out that Dennis Quaid sorry Dennis Quaid played Bill Clinton in The Special Relationship, and he played what is clearly George W. Bush in American Dreams with a Z, and now he's Reagan. So, and he's also played Day After Tomorrow. He's a man to be a president in a movie.
Sure.
That's just what he does.
Yeah.
And he's played a lot of presidents.
In like 10, 20 years, I think he could do Biden. It'd probably be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like Biden-ish.
He probably will.
You know?
Yeah. That's part of his jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will likely occur.
Yeah.
Freaky.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch Reagan, you guys.
I am so excited to watch this unholy piece of shit. Mm-hmm. Just this festering demon turd crawl out of the devil's asshole. I'm gonna watch it.
Let's see. There's also Kevin Dillon's in here too.
Sure is.
As Jack Warner.
Mm-hmm. Man.
God fucking damn it.
Man.
It's gonna be yeah. Look, we're all gonna see this movie. It's gonna be the first movie we see in theaters when this is all
This is not going
over
to
with.
theaters, Dave.
We're all gonna go to the theaters.
This is not
we're gonna be
going
like,
to theaters.
One ticket to Reagan, please.
Can you imagine them screening this movie for any major theater chain?
No. I mean,
well,
yeah.
But also, like, who's going to go to theaters too early, right? Like, the audience for the film. So maybe...
That's true!
Maybe it is in theaters.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe there's a more nefarious strategy at work here.
This movie's going to kill so many people. All right. Final story, Seth MacFarlane is rebooting Revenge of the Nerds.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do this.
I was more excited when I clicked because it says it's like steered by and with the Lucas brothers, who are two funny comedians.
It is.
So that might work.
Oh,
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe it will work because I haven't seen Revenge of the Nerds in a very long time.
Oof.
Am I correct? Am I correct? I was about to say, am I correct in saying it's extremely problematic?
You are very correct.
Yeah. I have a feeling that it would be.
Mm-hmm.
And Revenge of the Nerds came from a time in our culture where nerds needed revenge.
Yes.
Right? Where like they were in movies, they were often like picked on characters, and then it was like, it's the revenge of the nerds. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, nerds don't need revenge. They need to be quiet.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Like, what is this movie? What is this movie going to be? Like racist Star Wars nerds bullying Kelly Marie Tran off the internet?
Right.
Like
this underdog.
What's their revenge right now?
The underdog status
getting the
has been
Snyder
revoked.
cut.
Yeah. That said, Alex, what you pointed out, maybe they know this. You know, maybe they are aware of that fact, that the original is horribly problematic and irrelevant to today.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's always, I mean, exactly. Until they have a movie for us or a trailer for us, we don't know. Because, it could easily be either thing. It could easily be Revenge of the Nerds is a bankable phrase, or it could be we're completely flipping it on its head in some cool way. And I don't know either way what to think of Seth MacFarlane being involved. I could see him doing either thing, honestly.
Yeah, he's pretty hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those guys where it's like, I like some of his stuff.
Right, yeah, when he I think when he's good, he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking his Star Trek show, absolutely delightful.
Oh, I have not watched it.
I've heard nothing but good things about the Orville, yeah. Particularly from Star Trek fans.
Wait. Alex, you haven't seen it? Tom, you haven't seen it?
Mm-mm.
Holy shit. The Orville, okay. The Orville is Seth MacFarlane tricking an entire TV studio into just making Star Trek The Next Generation. It's not actually that funny. It's just Star Trek The Next Generation. It is funny. Like it's funnier than Star Trek The Next Generation, but it's essentially the exact same show. It's like sci-fi conundrums, like Adventure of the Week, building like this, like it's just Star Trek The Next Generation, but like off-brand. And so in a world where like they were doing gritty Star Trek, the actual Star Trek, it's Seth MacFarlane being like, no, fuck that. This is what we need. And he is right.
Cool.
And it hasn't got canceled, right?
Like they're currently working on a new season for it's on Hulu now though.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
It was on Fox.
Yeah, it's just Star Trek TNG with like a little more jokes. But like it almost feels like it starts more joke heavy and then they just slowly just becoming Star Trek.
Right,
The Next
because
Generation.
like the first couple of episodes are probably what he showed them to get them to let him make.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Show. And he's like, okay, now it's just Star Trek.
Yeah, it's just Seth MacFarlane being the person who turned me onto it was Robert Evans, who's a big TNG fan.
Yeah, I remember.
And
cool.
It's just
cool.
It's delightful. It's Star Trek fanfic. I can't believe either of you haven't watched it. Yeah,
Seth MacFarlane's the captain, right? Like, what if?
Yes.
What if just each episode he loses a little more hair, goes a little more Picard on top?
Oh my god, that'd be great.
And then
he's just Picard.
A little more of an
fine
accent
in it.
every time.
Yeah. He's fine in it, but he's definitely not the right person to play the role of the captain. But again, it feels like, he's probably went to Fox and be like, and I'm there, and it's zany, like.
Right.
Yeah, that show doesn't get made without him. So.
Right. This is all my assumption of how this went down just from watching it. Mm-hmm. But it really feels like he just wants to make TNG. They should have given him a Star Trek series.
That's cool that he's the captain. In a bit, like if you're gonna take the time as a person to totally remake Star Trek, it should be because you also want to be the captain. I think that's great.
Yeah, why not?
Really cool. Yeah. Like keep it up.
Yeah.
Good work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully they remove the rape from Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Forgot about
that.
Oh yeah.
Good God.
Yep.
I have no fond memories of that movie, by the way. It's not something I grew up on. I saw it like once on Comedy Central, and it was just, it's one of those things where it's like, I bet that's a really fucked up movie.
Yeah, I've also never seen it. When I said forgot about that, I mean I forgot Revenge of the Nerds got us here. I was like, oh, right. This other thing. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, this whole thing.
We can move on.
Yeah, let's think for some more producers. Hey, thanks to Lef. Thank you very much. Thank you to Nolan Mayton. Thank you. Thank you to Joshua Graves. Thank you. Thank you to Normal Man Andrew McGuire. Thank you to Ozzy. Thank you to AJ. Thank you to Tip Drizzle.
Oh, yeah.
Always. Thank you to Frank Lee Amish.
Let me pop in here. Thank you to Mrs. Voidus.
Thank you.
Thank you to the ghost of Dave Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you to Aaron Burser.
Yeah.
Thank you to David Knife Boot Hinson, MBA CPA. Thank you to Christopher Robert Sparks, Esquire.
Thank you.
Thank you to Mackenzie, Righteous Hand of the Lizard People. Chill.
Thank you.
Thank you to Funky J.
Funky J.
And thank you to Pie Guy.
Pie Guy. Pie Guy.
Dave.
What?
Dave, cut the shit.
What? Tom.
Let's just get down to it.
What is it?
Did you bring
Tom.
a movie
Tom.
that deserves more hype?
You know, in a lot of ways, you brought this movie, Tom.
I know. I did. I told you about this like last night.
I didn't know about this movie until you told me about it last night. Yes. This is going to be out the day you...
That sounds like most of the ways.
Yeah. In a very direct, literal way. This is Tom. This is coming out today. The day this podcast is premiered. Mm-hmm. It's called Hunter x Hunter.
Yes.
It's Devon Sawa fighting a wolf.
Among other things, but yeah.
But mainly that. I really don't need to sell it any more past that. But this has currently 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
All the reviews are they're just rock hard for it. They without spoilers, they're all like, oh, the ending is shocking. It's Devon Sawa, and he lives with his family in the woods. It's some weird survival. He's a fur trapper. I guess a modern fur trapper. Does this take place now?
Yes.
Okay.
Dave, how do you think they get fur for things?
I don't know. These days, some horrifying farm where they just grind animals through a conveyor belt of sadness. That's, we're modern.
That's true.
Why not?
But...
Yeah. I just assumed everything is just, you don't want to know, but it's just some Seussian contraption of horror.
Yeah.
But he's a modern fur trapper who's living in the wilderness, and there's a wolf, and he wants to get it by himself, and then they find a stranger, played by Nick Stahl, who has not been acting.
No, he hasn't been.
A lot. So Nick Stahl's back, everybody. And his Devon Sawa's wife is nursing him back to health, and then it becomes, as this reviewer is saying, the film's repetitive title is a not so subtle hint that there will be more than one creature stalking people. So it's going to get tense. And apparently it has a wild ass ending that, in this Hollywood Reporter review, they call amongst the more shocking scenes in cinematic history, which is that's a big thing if they're not using hyperbole there.
Yeah, when I was telling you about this, I mentioned I have seen this movie pop up on a lot of year-end lists.
Yeah.
Which is surprising for an indie horror movie with not, Devon Sawa's, people know him, but he's not a big star. There's not really any stars in this movie.
He's a big star in our hearts.
That's in our hearts, yes, but
yeah. But it's wild to see the Sawa. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, it looks good. It is one grim ass trailer, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, a lot of wolf scaring people. I tried to I don't take horror so well, so I was just trying to Google what this twist is to find out, and I couldn't find it by Googling. So it seems to be very people seem to be so excited about this twist, they're not talking about it maybe. So that's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I hope the twist is he runs into Liam Neeson, who's using broken bottles to fight wolves.
Yeah, just punching his way
from the wolf.
His way through wolves with his bottle fists.
Yeah.
Right. How long
Gray
have you
is a
been
fucking
doing
movie.
this? He's like, a long time. I don't want to talk about it.
For a long time, very long time, I've been out here punching my way through the wolves.
Yeah, check this trailer out or just fucking watch the movie.
Yeah.
We all love Devon Sawa. So you got to support the Sawa. Watch this, watch The Fanatic, throw on Idle Hands, maybe some SLC Punk.
Yeah, no, Idle Hands just got a really nice special edition from Shout Factory this year that has brand new commentary with him and the director and Seth Green and I think some other people.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, check that shit out.
Yeah, do it. And folks, that's a sewed.
Oh, Alex, thank you so much.
Indeed.
Guys, anytime.
being on.
This is so fun.
Yeah.
Now I know what's going on. And apparently there's a scary wolf movie I need to see the end of to be changed forever.
Yeah. This is how you get all your movie news. You show up on the podcast.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you have no idea.
Yep. There's no telling.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us where we can find you? What have you been up to? Give us some links.
Yeah, I've been making a new podcast, and I'm very excited about it. And you guys have been on it before and will be again, and it's called Secretly Incredibly Fascinating. And I think it's really good. And it's at sifpod.fun is the Patreon, or you can just search the name Secretly Incredibly Fascinating in your podcast app. It's about history and science and amazing things about stuff we all assume is ordinary.
It's extremely good. It's such a good listen.
Thanks.
It's very, very fun.
Yeah, it's like a binge type listen. It's just I don't know. You starting from a very simple place and then expanding that one basic subject and showing how cool it is. It's joy. It's joy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So people should check it out.
It is joy.
Yeah.
And if people want to hear Dave and Tom, look up the catch-up episode. And also look up an imminent future episode as well.
Yeah, we're coming back, baby. It's gonna be good times.
Whether you want us to or not.
Yeah. Here to stay.
Dave, tell them about what we got going on.
We have a Patreon, patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. On there, you can find exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman and Fox Mulder is a Maniac. There's a tier where you can watch movies with us every Friday night. That's tonight.
It is.
We watch all sorts of bullshit. There's tiers where you can get your own custom We Just Watched episodes, make your own custom podcasts. Lots of fun stuff on there. We got a Discord community. Great people. Good times.
This is all accurate.
Come have good times with us.
Yeah, come have happy, fancy, good times with us.
Yeah.
We also have a store, tpublic.com/stores/gamefullyunemployed, where you can get t-shirts, masks, mugs, stickers, posters, all kinds of stuff. So check that out.
We might have a holiday shirt just in time for it to arrive
after the holiday,
January 5th.
Sure, yeah. You can buy it in the spirit of the season.
Yeah, just buy it, keep it in the bag, wait a year.
Yeah, and then it'll be good again.
Yeah.
Also, during my holidays, I tend to celebrate Sheev. Do you have any products that would cater to my beliefs at my holidays?
We just might. We just might have something.
We do have some Sheev Palpatine merchandise.
Yeah, we can
He
get all your Sheev needs.
He is represented in our store. All right, say goodnight. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, Corlew, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at @JustinTBrown, and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.